The narrative opens with Aiden being jolted from sleep in his apartment by an unsettling noise. The sound fills him with dread, prompting him to check the peephole of his front door. Finding the hallway empty, he seeks a distraction by turning on his television, only to be met with a dead signal and a stark emergency broadcast. This bizarre turn of events leaves him puzzled. What could cause a total signal outage and trigger a citywide alert? His thoughts are violently interrupted by the sound of panicked screams from the streets below. Drawn to the window, he steps onto his balcony and is met with a scene of pure chaos. Crowds are fleeing in every direction, consumed by a palpable terror. Before he can process the pandemonium, a helicopter spirals out of control and smashes into a nearby skyscraper, paralyzing him with shock. His gaze then fixes on a lone, seemingly lost little girl amidst the frantic mob. Aiden calls out for someone to help her, but in the next instant, he watches in horror as the child viciously attacks and bites those around her. The ghastly realization dawns on him. A zombie outbreak is unfolding. Struck with terror, Aiden retreats into his apartment, securing the balcony door. His brief moment of safety is shattered when a man abruptly enters his home. Aiden's first instinct is to assume the intruder is one of the infected, but the man identifies himself as a neighbor. He explains that his friends had transformed and attacked him, forcing him to break into Aiden's apartment to escape. After his frantic explanation, he asks to use the restroom. Aiden gestures towards the bathroom. As the neighbor turns, a horrifying detail catches Aiden's eye. A fresh bite mark on the man's neck. Aiden instantly grasps the grim implication. His neighbor is infected and will soon turn. To protect himself, he quietly arms himself with a knife and waits for the man to emerge from the bathroom. Upon spotting the knife in Aiden's grasp, the man understands that Aiden mistakes him for one of the infected. He attempts to reason with Aiden, insisting on his humanity, but just then, his eyes start to transform. It becomes clear to Aiden that the virus is already taking hold. Aiden issues an ultimatum. Leave the apartment at once, or he will have no choice but to use lethal force. Left with no alternative, the neighbor departs. Peering through the peephole, Aiden witnesses the man being swarmed and attacked by zombies in the hallway. Terrified, Aiden secures the door, reinforcing the locks. After a period of silence, he tunes into a news broadcast detailing the infection. The report confirms that the virus has engulfed the entire city. The uninfected are instructed to remain indoors, secure all entry points, and avoid going outside for any reason. Aiden's attempts to contact his family are futile, as all phone lines are jammed. However, he discovers a text message from his parents. They alert him to the citywide zombie infestation and inform him it will be some time before they can get to him. They urge him to stay inside the house and await their arrival. As dusk settles, Aiden observes the city from his balcony. The landscape is desolate, marked by fires burning across the abandoned metropolis. The sight overwhelms him, and he breaks down, questioning his chances of survival in this new reality. To maintain his sanity, Aiden scatters motivational notes throughout his apartment for encouragement. He marks day 1 on his mirror. Acknowledging that this outbreak could persist for months, he fortifies his apartment, turning it into a sanctuary and preparing for any potential threat. The days blur into a week. One evening, Aiden records a video diary on his laptop, documenting his life in confinement. He makes another attempt to call his parents, but the phone network remains down. As isolation deepens, a profound sense of loneliness envelopes him. His anxiety spikes when he discovers the water has been shut off. Compounding this, his food supplies are critically low, forcing him to ration his meals into small portions. Aiden is utterly isolated in a zombie-infested city, cut off from any news of the outside world. One afternoon, while engrossed in his laptop, a sudden noise startles Aiden. He cautiously arms himself with a baseball bat. Without warning, an infected girl crashes into his apartment through a ceiling vent. Aiden quickly conceals himself. As the girl advances, he seizes the opportunity to strike her from behind with the bat, killing her instantly. Following the incident, he promptly barricades the vent with a surfboard to prevent any further intrusions. The days drag on, with Aiden clinging to survival. Then, one day, while filming another video entry, he hears the sound of his phone ringing. He rushes to pick it up and sees a voice message from his mother. She says that they are very close to the city and will reach him in just a few hours, but before she can finish, infected people surround them. In the last few seconds of the voice message, Aiden hears his parents screaming, and then the message cuts off. At that moment, Aiden realizes that his parents are dead. He completely breaks down and starts crying uncontrollably. With no reason left to live, Aiden picks up his baseball bat and decides to escape. As soon as he steps outside, he sees many infected people. He also notices his neighbor, who is still alive but severely injured, unable to attack him. Aiden searches for a way out of the building, but everywhere he looks, zombies are blocking the exit. He understands that escaping through such a huge crowd is impossible. As he turns back toward his apartment, the infected attack him. Somehow, Aiden manages to escape and rushes back inside. He drags a refrigerator in front of the door, blocking it completely so no zombie can break in. Forced once again to stay inside, Aiden spends weeks alone. Mentally and emotionally, he is completely shattered. Then one day, the electricity in the entire city goes out. This pushes Aiden even deeper into despair. He wonders how he will survive now. No food, no signal, and no electricity. Feeling completely hopeless, Aiden turns on his laptop and starts recording a video. Looking into the camera, he says, "Today marks 42 days since the virus spread. I did everything I could to survive, but I can't take it anymore. I haven't eaten or drunk anything for the last 2 days. Living like this is worse than dying." After surviving 42 painful days, Aiden decides to end his life. But just as he is about to hang himself, his eyes fall on a girl standing in a nearby building. Seeing a human after so many days, Aiden is completely shocked, and for the first time he feels a new hope to live. Suddenly, his foot slips from the chair. He starts choking, but luckily the rope breaks, saving his life. Aiden immediately rushes to the window and looks at the girl more closely. He can't believe his eyes. This is the first human he has seen in 42 days. The girl notices Aiden too, but thinking he's a zombie, she quickly closes the curtain. The next day, Aiden goes back to the window and sees her again. Before she can hide, Aiden quickly writes hi on a piece of paper and waves at her. The girl realizes Aiden is not a zombie, but a human, and she looks relieved and happy. Aiden writes his name on the paper. The girl replies with her name, Eva. Eva asks if Aiden has any food. Aiden replies that he has no food, but plenty of drinking water. Suddenly, Eva notices zombies approaching her door and closes the curtain. Before she leaves, Aiden writes and asks if they can talk again tomorrow. Eva nods yes and goes away. That night, Aiden becomes extremely hungry. With nothing to eat, he even eats toothpaste to survive. Later, it starts raining heavily. Aiden places containers outside to collect rainwater and bathes in the rain after 42 days. His beard has grown long, so he trims it. The next day, Aiden cleans himself properly and appears at the window. Eva instantly likes him. Aiden ties a rope to a bowl and throws it toward Eva's apartment. She catches it. He then sends 2 water bottles along the rope, but the bottles hit a metal grill loudly. A zombie below hears the sound and starts climbing toward Eva's apartment. Aiden notices this and quickly throws a bottle at the zombie's head to distract it. The zombie now notices Aiden and gets furious. Leaving Eva, it starts climbing toward Aiden's apartment. Aiden grabs his baseball bat. As the zombie is about to reach him, Aiden kills it with a powerful hit. That night, hunger becomes unbearable. Aiden knows he must find food at any cost. He decides to search his neighbor's apartment. As he steps outside, he sees his neighbor's dead body. Searching the pockets, he finds a bunch of keys. Suddenly, he hears zombies approaching. Trapped with no escape, Aiden does something smart. He lies down beside the corpse pretending to be dead. The trick works. The zombies walk past him. Once it's safe, Aiden quietly enters his neighbor's apartment. Inside, he sees a girl lying on the bed. Afraid to get close, Aiden drops a helmet on her to check if she's alive. She doesn't move. Aiden realizes she is dead. He goes to the kitchen and finally finds some food. While searching the house, he also finds many useful supplies, which he packs into a bag. But just as he is about to leave, an infected suddenly attacks him. Before the infected can bite Aiden, Aiden strikes the zombie on the head with a table lamp. However, the blow isn't strong enough and the zombie continues attacking him. Left with no other choice, Aiden grabs an ice axe and uses it to kill the infected permanently. As Aiden steps outside, he sees many zombies gathered nearby. Carefully avoiding them, he slowly makes his way back to his apartment. Once inside, he quickly removes his clothes and checks his body to make sure he hasn't been bitten. Thankfully, Aiden is completely safe. Relieved, he then checks the bag he brought from the neighbor's house. Inside, he finds 2 walkie-talkies. Aiden immediately decides to give one walkie-talkie to Eva so they can stay in contact. He tears his clothes to make a rope and carefully climbs down from the balcony. As soon as he reaches the ground, he moves silently. Zombies are standing all around him. Aiden quietly throws one walkie-talkie into Eva's apartment. Unfortunately, the sound alerts the infected and several zombies begin chasing him. Thinking fast, Aiden climbs onto a nearby balcony and hides. Because of the darkness of the night, the zombies lose sight of him and eventually leave. Aiden safely returns to his apartment. The next day, Eva contacts Aiden using the walkie-talkie. Hearing her voice makes Aiden extremely happy. He tells Eva that he hasn't eaten anything for the last 3 days and is starving. Eva replies that she also hasn't eaten for 2 days. They talk for a long time, and before they realize it, night falls. Eva says she's going to sleep and ends the call. Aiden's hunger becomes unbearable. He decides to explore the building in search of food. He opens the ventilation shaft in his bathroom and crawls through it to reach another apartment. Inside the ventilation, Aiden finds the dead body of an infected, likely killed by lack of oxygen. The sight terrifies him, but gathering his courage, he continues moving forward. He reaches the neighbor's bathroom and climbs down. On the floor, he notices a long trail of blood. Following it, he pulls back a curtain, but finds no one there. Slowly and cautiously, Aiden searches the entire apartment. When he reaches the kitchen, he finds a large amount of food. Relieved, Aiden contacts Eva and tells her that he found plenty of food. Instead of being happy, Eva becomes angry and scolds him for entering a dangerous place without informing her. She warns him that his life could have been in danger. Aiden reassures her, saying there's no one there. Eva then tells him that she wants to come to him, but Aiden insists that she stay where she is for now, explaining that moving could put her at risk. He promises to bring her safely once he leaves the apartment. Eva agrees and tells him to take care. With food secured, Aiden prepares to return to his apartment, but suddenly he notices a large hole in the wall. As he moves closer, he senses someone nearby. When Aiden turns around, he sees an old man holding a sharp spear. After looking at each other, they both realize that neither of them is a zombie. The old man lowers his weapon and asks Aiden what he is doing there. Aiden replies that he came only to find food. The old man then asks who Aiden was talking to on the walkie-talkie. Aiden lies, saying that he talks to himself to stay motivated. The old man behaves kindly and tells Aiden that he can take as much food as he wants. He even serves Aiden food on a plate. Having been starving for days, Aiden eats without hesitation. After some time, the old man asks Aiden to fetch a bottle from the cupboard. As soon as Aiden turns around, the old man suddenly hits him on the head with a baseball bat. Aiden loses consciousness. When Aiden wakes up, he finds himself facing an infected woman chained to the wall. Terrified, he tries to escape but realizes that his hands and legs are tied. Soon, the old man appears and explains that the infected woman is his wife. He says he loves her deeply and cannot lose her at any cost. He reveals that his wife has been starving for a week, and today her hunger will finally be satisfied, because Aiden is going to be her food. The old man hands Aiden some medicine, saying it will numb his body so he won't feel pain while dying. Aiden refuses and tells the old man that his wife cannot survive like this. He says she is screaming to die and deserves freedom from this hell. Aiden urges him to end her suffering, but the old man's mental state is completely broken. The old man threatens Aiden, telling him to quietly take the medicine. Otherwise, he has other ways to knock him unconscious. Aiden refuses again. The old man then leaves the room to get his tools. At that moment, Aiden realizes that if he doesn't act now, he will be killed. Using all his strength, Aiden somehow breaks free from his restraints and hides behind the door. As soon as the old man returns to kill him, Aiden acts quickly. He grabs the old man and pushes him toward his infected wife. The woman immediately attacks her husband and begins biting him. Aiden locks both of them inside the room, quickly packs his supplies, and heads back toward his apartment. Suddenly, Eva contacts him on the walkie-talkie and tells him that infected people have entered her apartment. Hearing this, Aiden rushes toward Eva to save her. From his balcony, Aiden sees Eva trapped on her balcony with no escape route left. To save her, Aiden uses a rope made from bedsheets and tries to climb down, but falls. At the same moment, an infected rushes toward him. To protect himself, Aiden grabs a shotgun and kills the infected. However, the gunshot alerts many infected inside the building. The zombies begin jumping down from upper floors to reach Aiden. With no other option, Aiden runs toward Eva's apartment. Eva throws down a bedsheet rope and Aiden starts climbing up. But suddenly, an infected also grabs the rope and starts climbing behind him. Thinking fast, Aiden jumps onto a nearby balcony and uses a knife to cut the rope. The infected falls from a great height and dies instantly. Eva then jumps down to Aiden and finally the two are together. Aiden tells Eva that staying here is too dangerous and that the infected will catch them if they don't leave. Together, they prepare to fight and escape. When they reach an apartment door, they cleverly open it and hide behind the door. As soon as it opens, several infected rush inside without noticing them. Using this opportunity, Aiden and Eva escape. Aiden even breaks the door lock, trapping the infected inside so they cannot chase them again. While escaping, another infected attacks Aiden. A long fight breaks out. Summoning her courage, Eva kills the infected. They continue moving forward, killing multiple infected along the way. As they get close to Aiden's apartment, a huge and powerful infected appears behind them. Without thinking about his own life, Aiden pushes Eva into the apartment and fights the infected alone. Moments later, Aiden rushes inside, locks the door, and pushes a cupboard against it to block the infected. Then Aiden tells Eva to stay away from him. He hands her a baseball bat and says she must kill him because he believes he has been infected. He explains that he doesn't want to lose control and hurt her. Eva refuses. She cannot kill the man who risked his life to save her. Seeing no other choice, Aiden decides to jump from the building to end his life. Before doing so, he tells Eva to escape through the ventilation shaft into the neighbor's apartment where there is plenty of food. Before jumping, Aiden removes his shirt and checks his body and realizes something shocking. There are no bite marks at all. That means he was never infected. Overwhelmed with happiness, Aiden embraces Eva. The two decide to survive together inside the building until the zombie virus ends. In the final scene of the movie, the television reports that the government has discovered a vaccine and soon the situation will return to normal. And with this, the story comes to an end. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.